We are getting new insight tonight into the death investigation of 81-year-old Casey Wybenga, a man found dead in a Walker hotel room. The person of interest was taken into custody today in Detroit, and tonight we hear from a man who says he was one of the last to see the victim alive, a man who also came into contact with the person of interest, Matthew Brunn, in the hours after the death. Tonight, Tom Hillen has the exclusive one-on-one with a man who may be a key witness in this case. Tom, good evening to you.
Well, good evening to you, Leon. This man says that he was with both Matt Brunn and Casey Wybenga on Monday early in the evening. That's just one day before Wybenga's body was found. Ben White says he saw Brunn on Monday evening. He says Wybenga brought Brunn over to his house and Wybenga drove them all to CVS. White says he and Brunn went inside to get money out so Brunn could get some essentials.
He seemed really happy and optimistic.
White says Wybenga then drove him home and dropped him off. He says he offered to go shopping with them, but Brunn said no.
Next thing I know, I'm getting woken up at 6 something in the morning, and Matt was at my house, and he had an emergency, and he had Casey's car, and I went out and we talked.
He says Brunn told him when he was shopping with Wybenga, Wybenga started to have issues breathing, so he brought him to the hospital. But he claimed he had to leave the hospital because Wybenga's family didn't want him around. It's a story that clearly is not true and refuted by the victim's family. What was he acting like?
Matt?
Yeah.
At 6 in the morning? He was anxious. He was nervous, and I figured it was just because he missed his hotel, or missed his curfew.
White says he and Brunn hung out for a bit. Then Brunn told him he was going to grab some sleeping pills out of Wybenga's car, but he left, and White never heard from him again. And when you heard that Casey was found dead in a hotel room in Walker, what went through your mind?
I was shocked.
While police have called Wybenga's death a homicide, the autopsy was inconclusive, according to a source close to the investigation. At this point, the cause of death is listed as pending. Regardless, Wybenga's family says they blame Brunn.
Even if he had a heart attack or whatever the case may be, we don't know yet exactly everything. But say he had a heart attack, Matt's still the cause of that heart attack because Casey wouldn't have been there. I think he caused stress to him. I mean, no matter what he did something to my uncle, and it caused his death.
Authorities tell us tonight that Brunn is in a secure facility and will be brought back here to Kent County early next week. Live in the newsroom, Tom Hillen, 24-Hour News 8.
Tom, our thanks to you. Here's a closer look at how this case has unfolded this far. Tuesday, Wybenga was found dead at a Walker motel just before noon. Thursday, police said that they were treating his death as a homicide and said they were searching for a person of interest, Matthew Brunn. On Friday, Brunn was spotted in the Detroit area and was driving Wybenga's car. And this afternoon, Brunn was arrested by police in Detroit. Lots of questions remain in this case. We'll continue to follow the developments tonight and, of course, throughout the day tomorrow. Tune in to Wood TV for News 8 at 6 and, of course, woodtv.com for updates as soon as they come in.